Oh well, I was gonna put on the loading screen, but then I did that, so oh well. Hi. Hopefully you're having a good Friday so far. Here, start of a new month already somehow. Not sure how that happened, but it's July. That happened quickly. But yeah, so name of the game today, usual spinning floof, which I apparently didn't realize how much floof I had to spin out of this braid. Literally 2 more pieces to spin and then I am done with this whole entire braid. Spinning the singles already. So more than likely, if not today, probably tomorrow, if I don't do this off stream, at done spinning the singles for this, which I hadn't said that I needed to apply this, so probably might move later along to the singles for the other floof. And I'm planning a spin for TDF, so that's a thing. I really did not realize I was that far along to spinning it. But here we are. So here's the thing. Also it's upside down. That's great. Although, as long as I know what the number is, kinda doesn't matter. But yes, control card thing for spinning floof on here and seeing, how thin it is, which there's this one and then there's a micro control card for like if you spin thinner than, 40 wraps per inch. Some people do. I do sometimes, rarely, but more than likely I tend to spin 40 wraps per inch at the thinnest, which is pretty good for about regular, not 3-ply, chain ply, sock yarn, so that is a thing. And also, it is purple. No one is surprised it's purple. No one will ever be surprised that it's purple. Hold on, let me check a thing. Checking the TDF Discord because I saw a thing go on there. I'm trying to be somewhat attentive as a moderator. I know I'm not in there sometimes, so sometimes I forget. Alright, there we go. Cool. I did not spin any non-TDF floof that I have on my Turkish spindle yesterday. I was like, bleh, don't feel like it. Because I had to quickly spin on the wheel to get the wheel floof done for today. So that was a thing. And also, I was going through some stuff. I'm trying to... Excuse me. Before I sneezed, what was I saying? I was cleaning stuff because I'm trying to make things a little less messy in here, and I was like, oh hey, I have stuff from Debbie Cat. I should check to see how many of those I actually have. So pins. Hi, all crafty, how goes? I am talking about my slightly lack of cleanliness here. I was literally going through, my pins were not in here before. I had them sitting on a thing I have on my dresser right over there, but I was like, let me see how many pins I got, because I'd gotten some pins while I was away. So, I have quite a few Debbie Cat pins now, and I'd say 4 repeats. Let me move the wheel slightly to the side, just a smidge. But yes, majority of the pins are Debbie Cat pins. It's hilarious. Unintended, but hilarious. Repeat 1. I know I have another candy cat booty. Speaking of. This. I'm pretty sure that's a duplicate too. Cat boo. There we go. And, oh no, that's Thomas J's. which I still have hers. This one, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So this one, this one, and this one. Okay, I have 3 repeats, not 4. I thought I had 4. No, this is what I'm thinking of. I have 2 of Liz's buttons. That's the 4th repeat. But I think one's like smaller than the other. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I have many buttons. I might give away the duplicates I have. I'm not sure, but I might just give away the duplicate ones I have. Which also, if you haven't guessed by now, that also means I have a lot of Debbie Cat stickers I haven't used yet. Specifically, I have 10. 10 Debbie Cat stickers. Because I stuck 2 of them to my laptop just now. But yeah, 10 more, and I'm like, okay, no more entering Debbie Cat stuff for a while. I did not realize I had that many pins. I was just like, wait a minute. I have that many pins? And why now? Alright. Oh. Say goodbye to my shorts. And... oh, let me move it out the way. But yeah, Crafty, hi, how are you doing? Hopefully your Friday's going well. Thankfully not terribly hot, hence why I can wear this and not, you know, sweat to death. Because it would have been a bad idea to wear this yesterday. Let's see. Let me draft this bit of fiber and get this spinning. I'm spinning on, yay! Banana hanging out over there. I really do think I should just get the motor. Marina for ooh, nice. Also, I forgot to say before I got started, Stacy, thank you for the host. Hi. I presume you're worth lurking. Hello. So with this actually came a small nugget of Floof. I think it's what, Super 5 Merino? I can sit in back. Ah. What is that? Pretty Floof tail. But yeah. But I'm hoping, depending on certain things you got adjusted to, I'd wager you should be good with the Nano as well as you can with the 6. I mean, yes, the tension is different, and also, you know, the ability to stop is also different. Although that, I think you can get like a switch attachment and turn it on and off. Make life easier. But yeah, the 6, the Nano's not bad, just the whole limited amount of Floof spinning space. That's why I got this instead. Although I still have my Nano hanging out over there. Also the fact that it's not terribly fast. Also, let me actually turn this on. Also, I forgot to plug in the stupid foot thing. But I'll leave the foot thing alone. It's fine. Oops, mother. Why? Why must you break on me? God damn you. Why? This usually doesn't happen when I get started. I wanted to... that is fair. Nano is definitely more travel friendly than the 6. So I don't blame you on that. But yeah, as a travel wheel, the Nano is certainly a good idea. So that should work. Also, yay, vacation! Hopefully you'll have a fun vacation and the heat wave does not follow you. Okay, I was about to be like, did I have this thing turned the wrong way? I didn't change the twist button. But yeah, it just kind of just broke right there. Oh well. Go and see. Yay! That is awesome. I hope you have a good time. I will eventually poke you about that Brava yarn for my sweater. Just more of, I'm busy with this, also, you know, not exactly sweater weather. I'd forget, I've just been busy. Also been packaging out stuff and send it out tomorrow, hopefully. I know Monday is gonna be a bank holiday because, you know, 4th of July on Sunday. So that means basically the day after doesn't count as, like, you know, federal holiday. Therefore, more than likely they're not going to take up the mail, so I really do want to get my stuff picked up tomorrow. If I could send it out. Liz, thank you for your host. How goes? Totally don't have to answer. I'm just discussing packages I need to get out. Liz! I'm here spinning my teeswater, which I am a lot closer to finishing the rest of this braid than I realized, but apparently I have like a couple more pieces that I'm gonna split, like 2 more. And that is literally it for this braid. I hadn't caught on, I was like, this is probably gonna take me a while. Nope. Literally a week, because today is day 7. Yeah, today is day 7. You forgot what I said from last night, didn't you? You had asked me this last night during a stream. But I know sometimes we all forget things during our stream, so I totally don't mind reiterating. General goal, spinning the rest of this teeswater, which, as I said, there's not terribly much of it left. So there's that. And then I was caught off there. There. Is it 48? I thought it was 49. Eh. Oh, I know it's a lot. She had said, like, last year she did 45, and I was like, no. I wouldn't even do that much in, like, 2-3 weeks. No, thank you. Same. No matter how fast I'd be able to spin, couldn't do it. But yeah, getting sidetracked. Basically finished spinning the braid, the singles. I didn't say anything about plying, so I can basically jump to seeing how much of the BFL. It's 100% BFL, so I might do it a little bit thicker than what I normally spin, since I spin everything about good enough for like a 3-ply sock weight, give or take. That's my usual spin amount. I want to see if I can get to about Sport, if not DK. We will see. Yeah, but I prefer stuff with nylon in it, and doesn't have any nylon in it, and I'm a bit hard on my socks, which, speaking of, I have a couple of socks I need to mend. One of them I noticed is kind of thinning out, so I need to definitely do some duplicate stitch before it breaks up in that area. Also, I should make some more shorty socks. Since just post sock madness, my brain's just been like, nah, I don't want to knit socks. Like, literally, the sock that I decided that I was done with TDF, not TDF. Sock Madness is still on there. I have not touched it. And this is like too much later. I don't leave socks on the needles for that long. Just honestly, I think that one I was just like, nope, I'm not doing this no more. Have fun. Plus, I already have BFL socks too. Like 2 pairs of BFL with some nylon hanging out in my drawer. I think that could probably work as a cowl, maybe? This will definitely be socks. Also, that bot blurb reminds me, next week I am changing the stream time, which it's not going to be terribly much of a change. I'm honestly just switching to like a little bit later, so starting at 1 p.m. Eastern and ending at 4 p.m., so starting a half hour later and ending a half hour later officially. I mean, I could always come on earlier if I manage to. But yeah, that's gonna be my official time. The days of the week are gonna be the same. Just when I come and go is gonna be slightly altered. Also, next week, probably gonna have to cancel Wednesday, but I will see about maybe, if not doing Monday, doing a Thursday stream to make up for it. So maybe Monday, Tuesday, and then keep the rest of the week as is. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know on that one. Also great, my bobbin's back to being uneven. That's fun. That's fine. Didn't want an even bobbin anyway. Oh, damn it. I forgot my foot's sticking out underneath there. I'm trying to not do that. Cause I don't have any socks on. He's cut. Thank you. I got gifted this Floof. This is just 100% teeswater, Teeswatr. Which those sheep are cute. Bye. Also, that will pull this in. Also, I have another one of these in purple. I have learned that celadon? Huh. It's not what it's called on the thing. It's more like an aqua. It's just more of a... I think, yeah, the camera might be showing it wrong because I adjusted the white balance. It was a bit more blue. Which I felt it was like too much in the blue. This is actually a wee bit off. It's definitely showing more green than it actually is. This is just one of those colors that's slightly annoying on camera to pick up. Yeah, I just caught that it was a little bit different than what I'm looking at. Let's see. Does the face... Yeah, this one's slightly more accurate, but yeah. You see a wee bit more bluish in tone. Yeah, no, blue and purple, my camera has like a really hard time. I have to manually adjust to get it to like remotely like what it's looking at. Yeah, it is really, really lovely. I can't believe I am almost done spinning this. And... I could have gone with the purple one of these first, but I didn't want to be predictable, so I was like, let me do this one instead. Plus, I did like this color, so that works for me. I'm more than likely gonna do the usual chain ply. It's especially now that this isn't, you know, not having any nylon in it. Even though this stuff should be a bit sturdier. So like say if I were spinning merino, still want the strongest yarn I can possibly get out of this, which given how thin I've been spinning, majority this is probably going to work out to be like a light fingering weight, I suspect. This should be really pretty. Also, hopefully should give me quite a bit of yardage. Also, there's the ridiculously sparkly bat that I have hanging about on my Turkish spindle that I've had some of the sparkles come into this and I'm just like, whatever. I guess it'll be a tiny bit sparkly here and there as the Angelina just gets in here. I only keep like the strip that I've torn off the bat out, and it's enough that it's like, oh hey, let's just have Angelina everywhere. Like, I literally found some in a sponge in the sink in the kitchen. And I was just like, what is... Oh. Like, I apparently can't escape now. Like, how the... did you get in the sponge? How did that happen? Don't understand. Also, I should check if I need to move my hook. That would be a good idea at some point. Preferably now. Oh, also, hopefully you guys are staying cool. I know Stacy is probably hot because it's Florida. Plus, I can see some of the temperatures for where I was down in Florida, and it's like, oh, it feels like 100 some odd, and I'm like, no. We're not doing that. Thank goodness I am not there. I don't have to melt. AC is... I take overly cold over overly hot. Because you could always just, you know, put on some warm stuff if you're inside. It's my... Yeah, I might actually make that a wee bit faster. There we go. Yeah, you would think I'd be capable of, you know, dealing with the heat. But my ability to do so has been a lot more crappier lately, and I don't know why. It's nothing, but But luckily today I don't have to worry about the really. I have the ceiling fan on, but today should be like mid-80s at the worst, which given the other day the feels like was 100. I think that was Wednesday. Yeah. I was like, I can deal with 80. 80 is fine. 80 I won't melt. Which anybody here hangs out here does the Celsius thing. That's like in, is it 24? 24, 25, I think. About there in Celsius. Oops. How about I don't shift that, please? Alright, and let's I see this thing's shaking a little bit, but I think that's mainly because I don't have the hooks right next to where the other one should be. So this thing's evenly balanced, although I don't intend on having this thing super high, so... Okay, that bit's certainly thinner than 40. I have to say, one thing about these that I'm really glad about is the whole, hey, I don't have to worry about if I don't have enough bobbins for something. That comes with 6 rather than, you know, the 3 the original one came with, which... I'm not trying to knock them for that or anything, it's just more of a... 3 seems like a lot until you're spinning stuff, especially, you know... 4 to 8 ounces of a certain fiber. Heck, especially if you spin fleece. Like full-on fleece to floof. 3 bobbins is not going to be a lot. Also, I might think about getting their lazy cape, maybe? Which, when you check the internet, their lazy Kate is certainly less expensive than, say, you know, the ones that the wheel companies tend to supply, which I wasn't surprised at, because it's like $24 for a thing of 3 of them. Which certainly would work. Also, let me know if I'm talking too low, because that is a thing that happens sometimes. Which, that is completely fair. That's the only reason, like, I'm half considering maybe keeping my Nano, just because it's more travel friendly than the 6 honestly is. Because to get this, like, back and forth, I'd probably need, like, say, a case or a tote just for this. Which it wouldn't be impossible. Just if you're limited on space. The Nano is certainly more of a better option. Come on. Alright, so I'm gonna need to... drop the other piece to attach to this because I'm pretty close to the end of this piece of floof, although rough that little section here a little bit more. There you go. Okay, yeah, let me stop spinning there so I can add the other piece. Yeah, I figured that was the case. So as long as it's like the spike is good enough to fit through there, it should be fine. So I'm pretty sure that's friendly for like probably a good portion of bobbins. The electric eel wheel series, and in probably the more pricier stuff too, I suspect, which is really good. Allows those people certainly to have like a less expensive option if they'd like. Also, those come apart, so it's like you can kind of like take them apart and put them away, which is helpful. Come on. Also, as you can see, a bit of Angelina right in there. Not sure if you could, yeah, you can just barely see the glint of it right there. Yep. I had vacuumed a little bit over here finally. So it wouldn't be traveling too far everywhere, but it's gonna get everywhere, no matter what I do. And that and glitter. Like the worst things craft-wise. It decides, I'll just go everywhere. No, we're supposed to be confined into like one little space. Oh, also, while I was cleaning up, I had a box that I forgot was empty and realized I could put some stitch markers in there and use that for the majority of my stitch markers, although there are some I might just take apart and get rid of and just make some chainmail stitch markers to supplement those. Yeah, I basically decided I'm gonna paint this box. Which led me to actually using my acrylic paints. I have sitting over here a couple of tubes, which I don't have like a ton of acrylic paint. I have like the relatively smaller size tubes. Although I think I used a good chunk of the blue. And then I was like, let me not use too much of this, which it looks black, but it's like a bit of blue mixed with black to give it like a deep bluish black color to it, which I painted this, and the sides are a little bit chalky because I mixed the really dark blue gouache, Prussian blue with a bit of the black for the, what's its face? Yeah, the acrylic paints, and you can definitely feel a difference because it's definitely a wee bit chalky on the sides, but not fully chalky too. But yeah, I only painted the top because I literally had to do a coat and wait for it to dry. And then let me just put these in here. I'll probably paint the bottom too. I'm thinking of like a starry sky or something. The night sky has been really appealing to me lately, so that's a thing. And I think I'll probably have to spray it over with the finishing paint because, you know, gouache can be re-wet and reactivated, and given I've used some of it, I'll probably have to spray it just to make sure it doesn't run if, you know, it ever gets wet. The likelihood it won't, but I'd probably would rather wait for, you know, wait for it to do so. Hi, Jane! Hello. I'm doing my daily Floof spin, which I'm apparently much closer than I thought to finishing spinning this braid. I hadn't realized. I was like, I have 2 more pieces after this, and then I'll be done spinning singles for this. That happened quickly. Also, how are you doing? How's the dog situation? I was gonna poke you about it. I figured you were dealing with that, so I was like, let me wait till she appears to ask her about the thing. Yeah, other than that, hopefully your Friday's going well. It is not stupid hot over here, so you're just managing them. Eek. But yeah, by the sounds of it, it looks like Doggo might need to, you know, not be there. It's a, yeah. I don't think we want a repeat of what happened. Also, finding him a, yeah. That does not sound like a conducive environment for either one of them. I'm sorry that's the case, but still, to a degree, you should have not been put in that position in the first place, but much supervised play, and then, oh my god. That's gonna be a pain. It's a good thing you're actually there for, you know, the summer. If you weren't there, that would be a whole nother thing. Okay. Also, I have stuff possibly coming tomorrow. I think probably tomorrow, based on their waiting for the handoff. Yep. Thing. Which actually a tiny bit of Floof came with it. I had put this in the Instagram stories. Yeah, Instagram story. But yeah, brain. What's the name of this thing again? Control card. There we go. Although, this bit is probably a little thinner than that. Yeah, mainly just to check, which my singles tend to be about 40 wraps per inch, which, as you can see right now, it lands pretty solidly in the 40 wraps per inch section. Although there are some bits I'd wager like right here where it's like a little bit thinner than that. I tend to not intentionally spin that thin, which is why I didn't get like the micro precision. Remember, if you see Nikiana's one, I got it from the same place. They have Etsy. So hip string. And no one is surprised I got it in purple. Also, can you please go away, airplane? Oh, also, yeah, let's see, let me find their Etsy shop also. Oh, how about I do that? I forgot. One tends to interfere with the other. Veggie, hello! How goes your Friday? I'm gonna grab it. I should be able to get it easily. Blah blah blah, not the shop. Which I should clean, also take pictures today for the said shop. That would be smart. Yeah, purchases. Oh, hip strings. Yeah, there's an S, I forgot. That's why. Tools and notions. I went the long way about to get it. Toothpaste. No! Sorry. Yeah, this is the thing. Which they have a keychain version that's a little bit smaller. If you look in their shop, that's for like $8. Where it's like a bit more... What's its face? Generalized? Yeah, generalized is probably the best term I'm looking for. So it's like it tells you fingering, sport, DK, worsted, and bulky. Okay, that's what it is. Sport, then DK. I always forget which one's which. And they have wooden ones too. I just want it purple. But there's a micro one if you spin like thinner than, 40 wraps per inch. Which it starts at 20 and goes down to about 80 wraps per inch. Very goddamn tiny. I'm sorry you're having tooth pain, that sucks. Hopefully that improves. But yeah, also, this came with a tiny bit of floof. I don't know what the heck I did with it. I'll need to find that, a little bit later. But it's really nice, and it apparently has like 15% pearl in it. And I was like, I have never spun anything with pearl. But it feels pretty nice. I finished... Yeah, the thinner you spin, the longer it takes to spin the thing. Is the problem. Although if you want, like, applied lace weight stuff, I imagine that would actually be a good thing, but still. Although if you're spinning something like, say, cotton spun, who they stream stuff, they have to spin like really thin and get super large amount of twist because cotton, very, very short staple. I have not tried spinning it, and it's like, it sounds like, a bit frustrating. Oops, I just tugged a little bit too hard and broke off my piece. No, let's get you back together, please. Come on. Here we go. Please don't break, cause that got ridiculously thin. Not bad. I have stuff coming in probably tomorrow, so depending on when it gets here, I might be able to unbox stuff during stream. I think they're handing it off to USPS for the final delivery based on where they said it is. Although, literally UPS could have just delivered it today, given that they were that close, but I guess it's like their thing. Like, hand it off to them. This is stuff from Recrochet. I could have gotten more cotton yarn, but this is birthday gift card stuff, so I was like, let me get some stuff. Which, I got commission yarn, I got... what else? Too many things to do. Pretty much. Unfortunately. Like, I've been kind of tempted by your ukulele playing to be like, maybe I should do that, and it's like, my coordination's not up for that, so that is probably not the wisest idea. Even though there are less strings to a ukulele than there are to a guitar. It's like, it looks like fun. It's like, don't do it. You have enough stuff. You have enough art stuff. It is. I figured. would not be doing it if it were not enjoyable. Plus, also, it's nice to have a hobby where it's like you don't have to, you know, possibly commercialize it. Because even if you're good at something, you don't have to, like, make that your job. That's the thing. Ooh, us. But yeah, I'm like, no more art supplies for me unless I'm like restocking a tube color maybe. Because look, I have acrylic paint, gouache paint, and watercolor pencils. You just, no! Definitely no pressure to pick it up. I'm just saying, general thoughts here. Come on. And that's terribly thin. Let's not do that for like a 5th time. Okay, it's a little bit better. Also, I have not opened up things I needed to open up. I keep forgetting to open stream levels, but I was running late, so that probably didn't help me remembering to opening. I mean, yeah, I remember you saying that. I was like, Gab, are we collecting instruments now? I'm like, I am one to talk about collecting things? There is no... Which one? Is it off? What you call it? Words. Is that out of stock? I suspect it might be, because purple had ended up being an out of stock. The control... Yeah! I realized this is what you meant. There should be a green. I swear there's a green. Primary colors. Yeah, there's a green. What are you talking about? For the choices, there is a green. They just don't have a picture of the green right here. But green exists. It's really hard to read. Fair. Yeah, I was like, I remember there being a green. You're fine. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to read the stuff. Except table. But yeah, sometimes you can't find stuff. That is cool. Alright, come on. Doing this. I'm like, I should move the hook. Continues to spin. Although I think, yeah, I just moved it to like around there, so might be why it looks a little bit, yeah, like there. So that's probably a wee bit better. Yeah, today is not direly hot, which is why I'm wearing this black t-shirt. If I had worn it any other day of this week, I would have probably been called a crazy person. And rightfully so, because, no. Have not worked out. Even though it's short sleeve, it's black, so it's like, it's a heat magnet, unfortunately. As a color. But I just needed something that didn't look weird with the orange shorts. So it's either black or gray. Which, speaking of t-shirts, I might need to see if I can get my hands on a Devi Cat t-shirt at some point. I have the one that I won from her. If it's not last year, the year before, I want to get another one because I like having cute t-shirts. That, or I could just buy one from my own store. That would be smart. Oops, there we go. I have a feeling I might have to look at the microcontrol card in the future, potentially. Just because sometimes I do get borderline that thin. It might become something that I end up doing. Yeah, this is definitely allowing me to at least spin up a bit of my floof, even though some of the stuff I have in the Wii Crochet is also floof, because I wanted to see about buying some of the, well, trying out some of the roving that they have for Wool of the Andes. I got red, and also I got in their bluish color. Yes, I avoided purple somehow. That's mainly because I just wanted to see if I'd liked any of them. Although I think the blue one has like purplish, slight purplish undertones maybe. Not sure. I have to wait till that happens in person. Also, I bought more of the yarn that I had spun. That acrylic yarn that I had spun. The Lion Brand Homespun. Basically, I got some of that in a different color. Just to see how I'd do with that again. Because that stuff is actually light fingering the stuff that I had finished in the dark blue colorway, Colonial? Yeah, Colonial. So yeah, that is light fingering. That's 418 yards that I spun. I was surprised it was light finger. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't realize I spun that thin. Oops. It was aimed to be regular fingering, and that would have been like probably 370 yards or something. Although the one refreshing thing about acrylic, I feel like spinning wise, is the whole you don't have to give it a bath afterwards. It'll hold its ply without you having to do anything. I mean, you could just lightly steam it if you want to. But I'd rather, you know, not risk melting the yarn because acrylic be very plastic. Which I am not saying that as a diss or anything, but it's one of those be mindful. Because, you know, that stuff can melt really, really quick. So do not fuck with it. Also, that is stupid thin. Hello. Please come back. I need to have a word with you, yarn. Okay, there we go. That's better. Because that was almost thin as string, and it's like, no, we do not need that thin. Thank you. Also, getting close to probably needing to move the hook again, but I think it's about break time. Yep, about break time. A bit more, and then take my break. Get up and stretch, and so on and so forth. There we go. Let me grab that piece. I basically cut the other two pieces. This is literally all I have left. This is the last one. This is the one right before it. Which, yeah, this is about my hand length, which this is about as long of a section I typically take when it comes to spinning. Unless, you know, there are times where I accidentally take like a little bit longer, but usually I like about, say, about the length of my hand. So, like, say, tip of the middle finger all the way to the bottom. But hi, Saren, if you're here and lurking. Hope you're well, and hope the heat is totally not kicking your ass. There we go. I exist again. Also, yes, before I get started, slight story. Remember the floof I was saying, hey, this comes with the control card. Guess where I found it? In the goddamn trash in my room. I apparently must have been like cleaning. I was like, oh, here, I'm not paying attention. Garbage. I was literally looking around for it. I was like, I swear I saw it. Let me go look in here just in case. Luckily, I haven't like tossed anything in there that would, you know, ruin it. So, yeah, it was still in here, so it was perfectly fine, this piece of parchment paper. But, yeah, I'm glad I looked. Because, yeah, it's basically papers I had thrown in there. But this is pretty floof. What is it? I think regular merino. What is it? 70? No, that's it. 5. I think 80% like super fine merino. So like say, I had the card. I didn't see it in there. I put it somewhere, but it's like super fine merino. And like I think the white bits are probably the wee bit of pearl that they say in there. It's like 10-15%. I'm not sure if they have this whole floof in the store, but it's pretty. And this is like, say, like a couple of grams. I think this is like 3 grams according to my scale, so not a lot. I'm probably gonna spin this. I have no idea what that will be. Whatever scrapping will be, I guess. If I'm gonna make sure I just put this somewhere where I don't accidentally toss it again. I don't know how I managed to toss it, but I did. Luckily it was just in my room garbage, not the kitchen garbage, because that would have been bad. Right, let me get back to spinning the floofs and the stuff. Oh. Looks like it's going slow. I wonder why. Love that. Thank you. The colors are slightly different. This is definitely a... Although, yeah, it's still blue, but definitely a green tinge, and it's picking up more of the green. But that seems to be the general consensus, according to everybody. And I am here for it. Although watch, when it comes to the purple one, I will probably end up spinning it on the purple bobbin. It'll be hilarious. Come on, please draft. There we go. A little bit of twisted cotton in there. But yeah, this was not intentional. I was just like, I'll just use this bobbin. Also, I'm kind of half tempted to just paint over the white ones. Maybe. If that doesn't mess up the thing fitting on there. I can get it in like a different color. But that's only in case it doesn't expect the spin. I swear I don't hate the color white, but it's just like, I want something different. Plus I like having an excuse to possibly paint things. Although I'm not sure if that material is actually paintable. Or if I would have to, like, you know, sand it down and then paint it first. But yeah, just random thoughts and ideas. Alright, and... Also, I really would like to be able to look away. I mean, in this instance, I technically can just watch what I'm doing down here and then go like so, although the little thing kind of blocks where I am. My hands just a wee bit. But in general, it does work. Fortunately, offline, this is not an option. Flapping Lemmings cheese! Doing hair dye. Ooh! Hair dye! Also, thank you for the raid! How are you doing? How was your stream? Hope you are doing well. I was spinning the floof. Definitely should not have been caught by an ad. Thank you! How is everybody? Hope you're doing well, and how... Well, yeah, I just asked that, but how is the stream? I am just here doing my daily TDF floof spin, which I discovered I was a lot closer to finishing this. A bit hangry. Hit by... Boo. Allergies. Allergies suck. So I understand. But yes, hopefully you can grab some food. I'm gonna leave the hangry part of that equation. But I'm glad it was well. Anybody coming here for the first time, hi, Serena Variety Caster of Way Too Many Things. Currently doing spinning for casual floof spinning competition, Tour de Fleece, although you also don't even need to do the competing part, you can just do the spinning part. Just because you can. But as you can possibly tell by the name, Tour de Fleece coincides the Tour de France race. It's made... Yay! Nice. Definitely good that you can actually have some food. Hopefully you are not melting in the heat. Because I feel like the summer heat's been kicking everybody's ass. But yeah, getting back to my point, Tour de Fleece, very casual, fun competition. Currently, there is a Twitch team, which you can probably check out in the Discord. I'd be happy to share a link with you, because they're doing Discord only, given Ravelry's reluctance to be helpful. If I can put that nicely. Side of the yeah, I heard. I was just like, someone did not think that through. Like, how do you hold up a sign and not look for the people in the race that you're attending? Watch me. After I... that I understand. Lurk away, thank you for the raid. Also, anybody coming with this, clapping lemming cheeks. I'm a variety caster of way too many things. Currently spinning for TDF, but I like doing a lot of crafts. Knitting, crocheting, spinning, weaving. Not a lot of that. I should probably do more of that at some point. Chainmail, digital traditional art. Might be chainmail in the future. Digital traditional art, which I had a little bit of traditional art this past Wednesday, and sometimes games. Majority Stardew Valley, but there are other games that I play now that my computer can actually, you know, handle things without losing its mind. If any of this stuff is totally for you, totally feel free to possibly follow it if you like. Totally not required, you can just hang out and chill with us. And hopefully enjoy your time here. Oh, I still didn't open GiftBot because I'm a dumbass. Also, just to note, swear words are a thing here, so if you're offended, this is your forewarning. I mean, I usually keep it to a minimum, just, you know, there'll be times where I'm just like, F word this and F word that. That's mainly what's if certain people piss me off. Do 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 do. Come on. Alright. So I'm pretty close to needing to go to the third piece that I need to spin. Also, let's wait for that to leave me the hell alone. There we go. Plane is gone. Awesome. That is the downside of summer, although that is a thing with winter too, anyway. With planes flying overhead. The worst time ever. There are worse things. So, let's see, is this still 40? Oops, wrong side. Yeah, still 40. Give or take. Yeah, a little bit of it here and there might be slightly thinner than 40 reps ridge, but generally 40. Also, that area is a little bit thin. That should hopefully survive. I think as long as I don't over twist terribly much, it should survive onto the wheel. Also, I should be paying attention if I need to move my hook. That would be smart. Also, time to put on next piece. Don't let me draft just a smidge more pre-draft on this little piece here. More than likely, I'm gonna get through this and this bit here So, also, is that? We're gonna be somewhere on the last piece of Floof for this braid by the end of stream. If not, pretty much almost done with it. Depending on how fast I get through these pieces. Alright, and come on. Which, for anybody here, I do like spinning mostly stock weight stuff, but, you know, I do want to be able to spin at least a little bit thicker stuff. Just because I like having options also. That is too thin. Layer that back on top of there. Also, Liz, if you don't have your hands busy with hair dye, what color are you dyeing your hair? Pray tell. Also, I had a weird thing going on today with my headphones. Same ones that I'm currently using. Where it was like I was moving around, it's like the sound kind of kept cutting out, which I don't think it's the headphones because they worked perfectly fine last night when I was using them on my phone. Although I think at that point I still had them connected to two things. Might have been an issue. Although one of them wasn't doing anything, so that shouldn't have caused a problem. So, I'm not quite sure what the actual problem was, because I refreshed YouTube and YouTube was working fine. Just the sound just kept clinking in and out, and I'm just like, what is going on? Well, I turned the headphones on and off. I haven't heard anything wrong. So, not exactly sure. Hopefully it was just a fluke. Nothing more. Please draft just a little bit. There we go. There we go. This thing feels like it was going a little bit slow because it probably was. Also, let's see what I'm being potentially summoned about on. Oh, okay. I saw the thing on Discord. Make sure I wasn't missing something that required my immediate attention. Although it usually doesn't, and it's like I could get back to this later. Yeah. No, don't do that. And I should probably close those tabs because I don't need them over anymore. Yeah. I'm trying not to have too much stuff open at once, which also that reminds me I don't need the countdown thingy. I don't have that on the Be Right Back screen, so that shouldn't be open either. Well, that's not going to take up a ton of space. Alright, there we go. Also, it feels really weird that it's July already. The year is half over. How did that happen? I mean, obviously know how, but it's like, it does not feel right. We should be in much earlier in the year, but not so. Which, honestly, that's probably both good and bad given the extra crazy that the beginning of the year was. Put it mildly. Didn't want to visit that crazy in a handbasket anytime soon. It's like, hey, remember when we thought 2020 was gonna be the last of it? And it's like, that's cute. You actually thought things would immediately get better. Poor you. Honestly makes optimism look like a bad idea sometimes. Alright, and let's keep going. That's ridiculously thin. Oops. It'll be fine. Also, I might need to move this hook soon enough. I need to go check what this looks like right now. Come on. Yeah, about now is good enough. And let me put a little bit. Will be a little more agreeable. Also, depending on if I have enough time, I might see about doing some chainmail. If not today, possibly sometime tomorrow. Because, yeah, more than likely, if I am not done with the rest of this braid today, which is likely going to be a stretch, more than likely it will be tomorrow, if not I finish off screen. So there's not going to be terribly much left of this by the end of today. Okay, that's what I thought that was going to be. Just another Discord check. Don't mind me. Oh, also, in other things, Rogue, as in Rogue Knitter, has a destashing thing in her Discord, so, you know, if people want to get rid of things, you know, not like junk, but it's like, you know, hey, I have some extra fiber, or, you know, other things, then you can just put up picture and like, hey, you could just want shipping for it, or whatever the case may be. Somebody else. Which, Honeycomb, who pops up in here from time to time, I had some nail wraps, and I was like, you know what? That would probably be a good idea, because normally I paint my nails, but it's just like, eh. So, I figured some nail wraps would be fine, since I definitely have some clear nail polish, which I should definitely check if that's good, but I had bought that recently enough that it should still be fine. I know that stuff tends to gum up and dry up after a while, but it should certainly still be fine. That'll be fun. I'm just annoyed my nails are not a little bit longer because they kind of started to break a little bit, but they're alright enough length right now. Just my thumb's a little bit short. Also, I think I have like slight bit of paint under my fingernails too from doing the thing I was doing yesterday. I was like, why are my fingernails so dark? And I was like, yeah, that'd be why. Don't do that. No. Also, for anybody who's familiar with this stuff, can you just double chain ply, like 2 chain plies next to each other if you wanted to do, like, say, a Mach 4 ply? Is that a thing? I know you can just do a general 4 ply. If I wanted to do something that thick, maybe. Although, given this would be light fingering, and man, if I did 4 together. Not thread yarn, and also hello. Specifically, this is going to be a sock weight yarn. How you doing? How is your Friday going? Presuming it's still Friday, and you are not in the future part of the world that is already in the midst of Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this is teeswater, Teeswater, wool. But yay! I'm glad. Try to keep it chill. Plus, I tend to get a little bit absorbed in my yarn spinning. Just to make sure I don't, do something that would require my immediate attention even further. Yeah, I'm basically spinning the rest of this. I have a lot of this on a smaller bobbin, which... And I tend to jump from thing to thing, and I sometimes get tangent. Go on tangents. There we go. That's the proper phrasing. So that's why I say I ramble. Because I know I do. I imagine I lose people sometimes when I jump from thing to thing. The thing. At times. But also I'm very glad to answer questions or direct you to somebody who can if I can't personally come to, a proper answer. The amount of... yeah. Easily. Just with fabrics and... yeah, I'm not usually in that, realm of stuff. Fabrics and thread. But yeah, sewing is not terribly much in my wheelhouse. So there's certainly a lot I don't know in that area. Probably words on stream the other day, because I enjoy doing that too. That's fun. I've been busy. And have seen you. Yeah. I like to do a lot of things, hence the variety caster, and also why I say whenever I introduce myself, I do way too many things, because it is true. I like having options. Which can be good or bad. That also means I stay forever busy, but at the same time, it's like, hey, I forever have projects to do. Which I have a shawl I have not really worked on in a couple of months. I need to figure out where I am and then get to that. But yeah, that's usually like the hardest hurdle when it comes to craft stuff. The getting started. Ooh, beads. Beads are fun. I honestly only add beads to, like, my stuff I make. Like, say, the shawl that I'm currently very much lagging on. That one has some beads that I added to it just for fun. So that is a thing. Yeah, depending on what kind of thing you're working on, beads can help or hurt you. It all depends on the project at hand, and let's see. I'm gonna need to probably move this hook pretty soon once again. I've been moving a little bit thinner, so that's why it's been taking a little bit longer, I think, to get this all spun up here. Yeah, definitely I doubt I'm in any danger of fully filling this bobbin. Which is good. Although I do pack my bobbins anyway, so it wouldn't matter. And making sure, yeah. I don't use like huge beads when it comes to adding stuff to my knitwear, because typically the knitwear that I add beads to is fingering weight. So, and use very small beads, so I'd say about 6/0 size beads, if not 8/0, because I have a bunch of those thanks to Sock Madness earlier this year. Yeah, I have very tiny beads, although they're much smaller. The 11.0 ones. I legitimately have a hook just for putting beads on the stuff because I don't like using the floss option when it comes to adding beads onto things. It drives me nuts. Also, the pre-threading is also a very annoying option that I don't like. Ooh, and holds up to, yeah. That certainly sounds like a good option. This cord is typically pretty sturdy. It definitely shouldn't give you an issue. What kind of stuff do you like to add beads to, if I may ask? Is it time to move hooks yet? Almost, I think. Yeah. That's the problem. The smaller you go, the more likely it's gonna become more fragile. Like, no matter what you're doing, that is definitely gonna be something to look out for. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I figured bracelet since you mentioned cord, so I figured like paracord. Force teams in. Nice. Those always make me think of lanyards. You know, the stuff that I say we, but probably me and some other people used to do in school, where it's like you braid the colors, which I really enjoyed that so much. I like doing hands-on stuff, as you can clearly see. So not exactly a surprise. Anklets and toe rings and stuff like that. Ooh. I wanted to do beaded curtains, but yeah, beaded curtains would also probably get heavy. And I imagine that would get pretty expensive for beaded curtains. But yeah, beaded curtains sound like quite the undertaking. And I think I'm about there. Let me double check. Normally I have my foot pedal attached on this thing, but I forgot and I couldn't bother to get the foot pedal. So I can do it this way too. Just have to turn the wheel on and off in order to do the thing. Earlier iterations, that's how it went, so I'm used to that by now. Plus I do it that way whenever I'm spinning offline. Okay, yeah, it's pretty close to 2. Oh, those ones. Okay. I thought you meant like beads attached to curtains, but it's like, you know, the string beads on like a curtain, which used to have those. Like as an entryway thing. Like a really long time ago. Yeah. That's what I figured you meant after a second. Yeah, I've had those. It's like the wooden beads, so it's like it's not like obnoxiously ostentatious. Which I'm not saying, you know, bright colors are terrible, but depending on, you know, the look of the decor and all that stuff, it'll depend on if you want, you know, super bright or, you know, something more subtle and neutral like wood. Just a matter of preference, pretty much, also. Let's turn this down just a smidge. I'm starting to get a little too much twist a little too quickly. So. Alright, we are almost at the 4th piece of this. Although I don't think I'm going to get started with that before break happens, although I could be wrong. Would not be the first time. I always kind of like those room separators, but at the same time, it's just like, if the beads are a little bit heavy, getting thwashed by beads every time you open or try to pass through it was also kind of annoying as well. I do like them. Come on. Alright. Ew. It's a little too thin. I think with this one, I'm probably just gonna set up the chain ply on one bobbin and then basically do it so I could chain ply it a lot easier later on. That, or I could just separate onto 3 separate bobbins. Hello, annoying sirens for probably no reason. They like to turn on their sirens just so they can go through the freeway stop. It's annoying. 9 times out of 10, there is no emergency. They just don't want to sit there and stop. So, yeah. That's great. Nope. I literally nearly lost my grip on the floof. That would have been a fun time. Have to pull that back out. Hello! How have you been? Hope all is well. And yeah, this is actually not the fastest it goes. I have it on almost 2nd speed. But this goes up to 5 or 6, which, that's 1800 RPM. There we go. I was thinking of the Nano when I said 800, so yeah, this is nothing. Let me show you how fast this does go, which I think it's 5. No, it's 6. Okay, 6. How are you doing? Hopefully your Friday is going well. I am here spinning my floof for TDF. Also, let me draft a little bit so I can get a little bit of leeway here. I'm going to turn this up all the way. Let's see. yeah, you start to see this thing start jarring because it's going that quickly. Also, oops, that did me no favors. Great. But yeah, this thing goes a bit faster, although still not fast enough depending on what you're spinning. So let's get this back on here. Oh, that broke. Of course it did. No, please untangle yourself, I beg of you. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit over twisted, but that should hopefully even itself out upon playing. Also, let me check. I'm pretty sure you've been here before, but let me just click on your name to make sure. Yep, I figured. I was like, I recognize your name. But welcome back. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully the heat is not, you know, totally trying to melt you like it is everybody else. Alright, and let's get this so I can actually see where I am in the midst of the camera. Which, yeah, it's just about the 2-hour mark. But I'm just about where I can add another piece of fiber, so I'll probably do that. That shields you at least from the light hitting directly, but luckily, except, yeah. Have you been getting, like, the worst of it? Given I'm the East Coast, I'm not getting, like, the absolute worst, but it's still goddamn hot. Although today it's actually fine, so yay. I mean, I have the ceiling fan on, but I've basically, like, been avoiding even opening the shade, just so, you know, at least prevent the sunlight from coming in as much. Alright, let me just pre-draft this little bit of floof so I can attach it. Come on. And there we are. But yeah, this is just the beginning. Here in the crime is dry, so yeah. You guys are definitely drier out there, so that's not helpful. We can stay. That's good at least. Shade is helpful, not always accessible. Although I cannot imagine it out there without an AC. I know you guys tend to get the stupid hot temperatures like the dead of summer, like, you know, the 1800s. But reasonably cool right now is in the... yeah, that's basically what my today is, so I understand. We had a feels like of 100 day before yesterday. Because humidity, that's what you get for being near the ocean, I guess. Humidity just makes it worse. I hate whoever came up with this humidity crap. Does nobody any favors. Come on. There you go. I said I was not gonna spin anymore. But I literally just start spinning and it's like, you should take a break before your back starts screeching at you. What the actual fuck? Which, my back and also my neck tend to be very annoyed with me if I do stuff like this for hours upon end. Like, yeah, it honestly just depends on, like, how you do it. If you have, like, lighter beads, it's not as bad with the beaded curtains. Yeah, I was not trying to, like, say, hey, these are a terrible thing, but, like, it depends. As most things do. Alright, yeah. To prevent myself from sitting here and spinning for forever, I'm gonna actually take my break like I should. We're a couple of minutes past break time, so I'm gonna take my 10 minutes, get up and stretch and so on. Also, oof, I feel at my shoulder right there. So, yeah, definitely time for me to get up and stretch. If you guys wanna, grab some coffee or whatever drinkable you have, especially in this heat, definitely go and do so. Please stay hydrated. Hydration is good, I promise. And if you have any other stuff you need to go and do, definitely, do that too, especially if you don't want to miss any of the stream. As I spin the floof and stuff here, I'll be back in the usual 5 to 10 minutes, and then I will come back and spin some more floof, which, we're actually pretty close to getting to the front of the bobbin again, which we probably should by the end of the stream. Definitely should have more than enough floof for that. Let me just loosen up this little area here. I literally cannot put it down. It's like, take your break before you... Certain muscles aside, it hates you now. There. I'm gonna keep the phone out of frame, but still in a way that I can actually see it. Alright, so let's get back to the floof spin. Hope you guys enjoyed the break. You guys should not be bothered. Dread. Laundry is a pain. Especially with the larger loads, you have to go fold everything and then put them back, which is a whole nother thing. Anyhow. It's more the fact that my attention is required to deal with the laundry, so, the thing, and let's draft. If I didn't fair. Thankfully, that is not required of me. Unless, hang out stuff in the backyard. Which, in the summer, is usually the time. If we're gonna do it, that would be the time to do it, because, you should definitely dry out the clothes like nothing else. But yeah, having to go to the nearest laundromat is also unappealing. Mostly in part because of there are other people. Unless you happen to hit it at a time where it's like, hey, being around the people, yeah. Given this past year, being around much people sounds less and less appealing. I mean, yay, other humans again, but at the other end, it's just like, hi. Given all the crazy, very much don't trust anybody unless, like, I've personally associated with you beforehand and know that you are fine. Is pretty much my conclusion with that. Ooh, books! That's always a good option. I'd probably bring my crafting of some kind, probably knitting. So, get that again. There we go. That's better. But yeah, especially if it's a large group of people and they happen to know each other, yeah. People can be loud and makes any sort of pastime like that a lot less feasible. Fair. Fair. For me, it just makes it less tedious. Although, yeah, sometimes you just want to get in, get out, and be done with it, so, yeah. I can see not wanting to chat to the people sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not always that social. Just because I'm here on Twitch does not mean I'm the most social person alive. I feel like a good chunk of us who stream can be a bit introverted, which that is not a bad thing, but it's just, this certainly makes human interaction a bit more simplistic. And you can end it whenever the hell you feel like. Which is also a good thing. Also, I think I need to move this hook. Speaking of. And... oh, okay. Yeah. Starting to do that, so... come on. I think this is gonna be another one where I finish in the middle again, although if I didn't do the whole braid on this, that's not exactly shocking, but still. I notice I tend to finish in the middle a lot, which is annoying. In the long run, doesn't really do much either way. Careful. Got too much twist into this. Also, it's been nice to not need the lights in here right now, because sometimes I usually need a light to get this to be actually visible. This area is a little bit dark because it's far away from the window, which is unfortunate. Oh, no. Also, let me check. I don't think I have Do Not Disturb on my watch. No, I don't need that. Okay, it's not on. If they call me to come to the door, I just want to make sure I don't miss that phone call in question. Which, speaking of... a long stretch. Aw, yeah, that's fair. Twitch, especially depending on where you go, can be overwhelming. Still, progress is progress. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Twitch can be overwhelming, especially if you hit the larger channels where it's like all the people and you're just like, you kind of just hang out in your corner. But to a degree, at least when it comes to me, I feel like I'm required to at least, say something when I'm here in Twitch. Like, even if, if I'm not the broadcaster, I'm hanging out in somebody else's stream. Although, I tend to lurk a lot in streams. I usually tend to say something. Yeah, you're in control of the when and how. I mean, yes, there are morons here and there, but in the most cases, it's usually you're in control of the experience, which is certainly helpful. And hi. Let's do that. Come on. It's a lot. Yeah. There are definitely worse things. I will give you that. Let's see. Yeah. Spinning some wool, specifically teeswater. I wish I had the tag. I don't know what I did with it. I think I might have put it in my thing that has all of the tags I typically keep. And brick and mortar. Yeah. But I feel like the pandemic certainly, like, hastened that to a degree. But yes, spinning some teeswater, which it is tea like in t-shirt, so T-E-E. Cats, man. Cats. I always like doing that. That'd be one of those things. If I had a cat, I have to worry about. You just have to be wary that you're not gonna step on them, or you know, like, because they sometimes like to hide in weird places. And it's like, guys, can we not hide in the weird place? Under your do not personally own a cat, but I like living vicariously through other people. Yeah, this is gonna eventually be sock yarn. Yeah, this is 100% wool. This stuff is a little bit more sturdier, so it doesn't have nylon in it, although I imagine it would be a bit more sturdier even with nylon in there, or silk. Silk would be a nice option too if you want something a little bit more slick and smooth. And attack my your pencils. I mean, yeah, some cats like plastic, the crinkliness of plastic, so I should not be surprised, but really? Of all the things, why does he want your pencils? And do I have yarn to show you? Actually, I can grab cats like do they? Things to learn. I like that you want that. I did not realize was a thing, but I'm pretty sure it depends on the cat too. And chewing things that stick. That's fair. Let me grab my hand so and there went my phone. Locked on the ground. Oh well. Luckily, that was not a far fall, and it's a carpeted floor. Because I have never broken a screen on a phone before. There we go. Yeah. So stuff like this, although this is a 2-ply. This is really, really thin, actually. How thin are we talking? I'm pretty sure this is lace weight, if not light fingering. If I'd done a 3-ply, this would have been smarter. Oh, okay. How many wraps? This is like 28, maybe? No. Closer to 24. Let's see. Between 24 and 22 wraps per inches. So this is definitely like 2-ply, almost lace weight. I was gonna do a 3-ply, but I wasn't sure if that would work. So this is 2-ply. And also this is a blend of Lincoln, Leicester, and Romney. So no nylon in this either, but it is really, really nice. Which, by the way, the person who I bought the floof to spin this out of is Freckled Fireworks, who is currently hanging out here in chat. If you would like to go check her out, she does a bit of floof spinning as well, also knitting, crocheting a wee bit, and totally a fun place to be around. She does weekend streams, so Saturdays and Sundays. Her schedule is a little bit in flux, but she should be on this weekend. But yeah, so that's a 2-ply. This is a chain ply, and this is acrylic that I spun up recently. So, and this is definitely, like, I'd say fingering, if not heavy fingering. I forget. This is like 319 yards. Let me see. I should probably check. I didn't have this card until literally yesterday. So let me see. I'd wager this is like heavy fingering / DK. This is a wee bit on the thick side. Okay, let's see. I think 12 might be. Yeah, so this is about 14 to 16 wraps per inch. I'd wager 14. So this is actually more like a DK. I wasn't planning to spin it that way, but that happened. So I think there were parts I spun a little bit thicker than I intended to, but that's a thing. Plus, given it's acrylic, obviously not going to be socks because, you know, even though acrylic can, you know, take a bit of stress when it comes to like hats and scarves and stuff, on your feet is a totally different thing. Exotap, because I'd used them before. Your choice. Yeah, that would make sense. Aw. Alright, how about I see how far I can get into this, and then we get into the last piece. I think I should be able to finish this in just about half an hour? Yeah, about half hour left. Although I could go over time, but I think I want to see about cleaning up a small section of a space here. Because that is a thing that needs to happen. Also, I'm thinking of needing maybe like some shelves or something to like put some stuff in. I have crap everywhere. And it's like I could stand to use some sort of storage. Storage is nice. Although I'm kind of self-restricting myself from buying any more art supplies. I think I have enough art supplies for the current time being. So that's also a thing. Also, that's really thin. Alright, also I should be checking if I need to move this hook. I am probably gonna need to move it soon enough. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get to this last piece soon enough. At this rate. Oh, also, given, this is, fireworks holiday weekend, do you guys have any plans, or are you guys gonna, stay casual? I mean this as a question to everybody hanging out here in chat if you would like to discuss. I forgot to ask that. I almost forgot it was, that time of the year. Although, kind of hard to forget when there's fireworks going outside the entire goddamn week before, and it's just like... If not two, because I've heard fireworks out here, like, early in the month, and it's like, July 4th is a long way away, buddy. Why are we doing fireworks now? Pray tell? People are annoying. Come on. There we go. It's like no one wants to hear goddamn fireworks going on. For no goddamn reason, just because you bought like a giant surplus packs of fireworks. And also, considering this is a residential, every area, you kind of shouldn't be throwing those off in the first place, but obviously that's not gonna stop you. Most people sell... Yeah, I figured Juneteenth, but it's like... It was before this I'm talking about. Like, I'd wait here like the first, if not the second week of June. People have been going at fireworks, and it's just like... You're a bit early, buddy. Knock it off. Also, then there were the idiots last year who were like... forever throwing off fireworks, and it's like, you're that bored that you just need to constantly throw fireworks off nightly. Again, people. Yeah. Yeah, I think people just are like, I could just do this around here because, it's my house or whatever, and it's just like... I mean, I imagine depends on state per state, but it's like one of those... And then, of course, they still sell fireworks, and then show those PSAs about how you can possibly blow your arm off if you stand there. But it's like, it's a bit contradictory. It's like either you don't sell fireworks, or make them safer to use, or limit the amount people can get so they're not throwing fireworks for months at a time, because they randomly stockpiled them for who knows what reason. Although more likely that reason is to just be a dumbass, but Also, I should move the hook. I was talking, and I was like, oh yeah, I should actually move the hook, Like I'm supposed to. I should probably craft a piece to attach, But I'm gonna wait till the last minute, like I do. Even though I know better. Ooh. Yeah, that's a little bit thick. There we go. I hadn't draft enough and let it go. But yes, getting back onto topic, plan-wise, basically, I have a feeling there might be some grilling going on over here. That's a thing we tend to do. That's one of those, fine if I do, fine if we don't really care. Yeah, other than that, not much. I can't remember even the last time I've watched those fireworks that usually go off yearly on the TV. I think Macy's, yeah, Macy's probably I'm thinking of, that does the fireworks display every 4th on TV. Hello, plane. Alright, almost there. Should be last piece time. Given this tends to block my hand, I might have to move this little thing I have here to the other side of my screen. Something? Probably the other side of my screen. At least, you know, if people want to see my hands, they could probably get a more unobstructed view of it. There we go. And yeah, it's probably about time I get that last piece. There we go. Alright, so last piece, which we'll be splitting in half, so this is the end of the braid I have here, so I doubt I'll get through the entire thing today on stream. Might spin some more later, might not. Usually if I spend the stream doing spinning, I tend to not spin post-stream. But we will see, given how close I am. Which, as you can see, I have this much on here. You know those 2-ounce nano bobbins? Basically, I have it full of it too, so literally the rest of it is hanging out here. So, I need to weigh this to see how much this weighs in comparison to how much I have on here. This could be less than 2 ounces, and then I could probably have more than 2 ounces on here, so that wouldn't be a surprise. But yeah. That has been hanging out here for a while. because I spun that bit before I got this wheel. Or else I would have stopped and started on this in its entirety. Come on. There. I'm still standing, feeling like a little kid, feeling like a true survivor, feeling like I never did. I'm still standing after all this time. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me not DMC. Also, that is a little too fast. I just did this like this was the old wheel. Because the old wheel, I basically could have it like midway, and that's about where it starts like actually spinning fast enough to it be feasible to me. Enjoy your lurk! I've got another 15. I was about to say 20 minutes. 15 actually. And I'll probably go, if not raid, maybe host somebody. Likely another person doing the TDF spins. If there happens to be anybody about doing so. So there likely should be. But it's just during my time of day that tends to not be a huge preponderance of people doing such. Okay, where is... Okay, yeah. Okay, let's see. As long as my hands hold out, hopefully she'll still be there. Come on. And I just want to get an idea of who I want to host and or raid. If it's feasible to do so. Okay, still alive by the looks of it. Oh, okay, so it looks like she has switched to writing stuff. Alright. Definitely should be other options. There. I was looking to find the thing so I can have OBS in front of my face. It's usually very important that I have OBS in front of me, especially when I'm doing certain crafty stuff and things. I sometimes tend to wander off camera, unintentionally. But it is a thing, because I like having my craft projects close to my person, because I'm usually not wearing my glasses when I do craft stuff off stream. Although I probably should be wearing them while I'm watching the TV, because TV is far enough, but I don't, so that's the thing. That's usually because I don't need to... Ooh, that's a little thin. Usually don't need to like read words on the screen, which are usually my only view issue when it comes to the TV. Joys of being nearsighted. Come on. There we go. Also, almost time to move my hook once again. Also, that's... Oops, also, that's a little too thin. What is with me spinning bits that are a little too thin today? Like I'm drafting along the edge just like a tiny bit too much. It'd be great if I would stop that. There we go. Okay, just a little bit faster. And a little too thin again. Also, there was a thing I heard of, I forget the video contents fully, but apparently some people desire to have more hooks on the 6. Because the yarn is not holding, like, even in some places. Or at least that's what the gist of when I saw the video was. Although I would like to see about maybe getting some 3D printed hooks for the 6. Although I don't need them. These glide a lot better than the 1.0 nano ones. I had to replace those with the 3D printed ones, which work a lot better. Come on. Come on. Nope. There we go. And I cannot believe we're that close to 4 o'clock already, my time. But considering how late I started because I got sidetracked, that is not exactly a surprise. Oh well. Do 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 do. Alright, I think it's about time I move my hook again, but let me out this wee bit and then check to see if that's actually the case. Also, let's see. I didn't see my phone ring. Okay. Yeah, that hasn't happened yet. Alright, and move this forward. Yeah, we are really close to hitting the front of the bobbin again. I wasn't sure how many passes, because this is like pass number 4. I'm pretty certain. Do 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 do. Okay, I thought I heard a little whining from it, but never mind. Thought I did, but that was a lie. Also, I just realized I hadn't weighed the bobbin to begin with, so I'm not sure I'll be able to tell what the difference is until, like, you know, afterwards, but I suspect this is probably going to be closer to, say, 3 ounces of yarn that I have on here, if not, like, say, 2.5 maybe? Based on how much is hanging out on this bobbin currently. Not that there's a problem with that, I'm just pretty curious is all on that front. Also, I think I may need another plastic tote to put my handspuns. Given how much handspun I want to spin currently. Do 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 do. And uh-oh. OBS, why are we showing the red square of death? Okay, we're cool. That was weird. Although it's been pretty much mostly fine today, so hopefully that'll be a one-off as far as today's concerned. Oh yeah, and my bitrate's currently in green, so I'm not sure what the hell that was about. Might have been my internet being a weirdo briefly, because that certainly can happen. And being phone summoned, so I will be right back, actually. Probably gonna spin for another minute or two and then end it for today. This is probably a good stopping point. They're actually pretty close to getting to the last piece here. So this is about what I have left. I'll probably spin that later while I am offline. And then get to starting the BFL braid tomorrow. And also, I forgot like a dummy that I have my headphones on, and going outside would be enough to possibly disconnect them from the computer, because there's a limited amount of distance between them. And it was making a sound and I was like, oh, I forgot. But luckily it disconnected and reconnected without issue. Because sometimes if you disconnect the headphones and reconnect them, OBS has a weird issue for me with... Let's wait for this plane to leave. But yeah, so OBS has a weird issue when it disconnects headphones sometimes and reconnects, that the sound doesn't transmit to you guys for, like, say, if for desktop audio, so I usually try to be mindful about that. I just forgot until I heard the sound that it makes when it's like, hi, we're struggling to reach the thing. Please don't leave. Yeah, it's fine. It worked out. Do. Come on, please. Also, that reminds me, speaking of book mention earlier, also that should add to my tangent count, which I don't think that thing is even on right now. I would have to check. Also, I just spun that the wrong way. That is kind of why I like doing it with the foot pedal sometimes, because if I go the wrong way, I tend to speed this up rather than slow it down, obviously. But also tangent thingy. Where are we? Counter. Start that, and let's add a tangent, because that did happen. Tangent. And then where's the plus button? There we go. Just delayed response, because bot was doing the timer thingy. Okay, cool. But yeah, that is a thing for a reason. I imagine arguably there should be a couple more on there, if I'm not mistaken. Probably easily make up for it, and come on. Yeah, I'm already near the end of this piece. I better stop. Or I need to start attaching the other one, and then we'll just keep spinning until I finish. Even though I really shouldn't. No. Don't need to move the hook yet. Probably won't need to until this next piece here. No, come on. There. And there we are. Alright, so I'm gonna leave this here. Like, this is just barely anything. So basically, we're just down to this piece, and the rest of the braid is done. Ugh. So let me go up to this face. Thank you guys for actually hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna go see who we can possibly rate our host, depending on how I feel. Like, probably host more than like it. If there's anybody hanging out here. Let me see. Let me try Yarn Spinner's Tale and see if she's there. No, she's not there. Whoops. Yeah, because she started in the morning. Whoops. Oh well. Alright, is there any crafty people on in general? I If not, or I could just send you guys to Debbie Cat for the last little bit, because she's actually going to be heading off soon enough anyway, but let's see. That's where probably I'll be. Come on. Let's see. But I know there definitely should be at least some crafty people right now. Okay, but I don't know. Okay, so passions. Okay, 9.5 is on. I'm not sure for how much longer. Oh, wait, no, Lioness is also on. Yeah, we can send you guys over there at the GOT. I had hosted KB Fibers already this week, and I'm trying not to host the same people. So, yeah, why don't we head over to Lioness? And mute this before I get screamed at by an ad. Yes, Clapping Lemon Cheese, if you happen to still be here, I presume you're lurking. If not, you've wandered off to do stuff. I appreciate you. Thank you for the raid. Liz, thank you for your host. Atomic Stacy, thank you for your host. I think I'm missing a host. So let me go and check. Yes, Serenita, thank you for your host as well. I do appreciate it. I will be back again tomorrow. Probably starting to spin the BFL. And also, emails. Can we stop screaming? Can we watch? Yes. You guys have a great rest of your Friday and your Saturday, depending on where you are in the world, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day, however long or short that may be. Bye! So how about I do it for there.